Hello, everyone. Mr. Lipchick here, and our topic today concerns the effects of stress. When faced with an immediate threat, the body responds immediately by releasing chemicals that make you tense, alert, and ready for action. This adrenaline rush is also known as the flight or fight mechanism. This mechanism is common to all organisms and is a survival characteristic. When under stress, the body releases chemicals that trigger increased heart rate and blood pressure, rapid breathing, a sudden rush of strength, slow digestion, dilated pupils. The stress response must start with a psychological component, however, that is the brain's perception of a threat before a physical response can follow. So the brain triggers all of these things. The stressor must be perceived as a threat. This may vary from person to person. The fight or flight response, or for the fight or flight response, the brain must see the stressor as a risk to survival. Once this happens, the brain triggers a series of physiological changes that ready the body for action. Once the threat is perceived, the body must provide extra energy to escape or fight it. The sympathetic division of the autonomic nervous system is activated. Changes occur in the body that release extra energy. Adrenaline is pumped, which increases alertness. Blood is redirected to the large muscles away from the extremities. The brain works harder to move the blood to the large muscle groups quickly. The respiratory rate increases. Red blood cells are released. And the liver releases sugar for energy. And the metabolic rate increases. Some side effects of anxiety. When the adrenaline is pumped, there's sweating, trembling, shaking, nausea. When the blood is directed to large muscle groups, there can be dizziness, cold hands and feet, pins and needles feeling. The head starts working harder to pump blood to the large muscle groups. When this occurs, you can have a racing heart. With the increased respiratory rate, you breathe more rapidly, and with the release of sugar, the urge to run. And with the increased metabolic rate to break down sugar into energy, you will also have the urge to run. Stress and disease. Flight or fight responses, or fight or flight responses, response is acute stress. When you get into that flight or fight or flight area, the stress is now acute or severe. It is immediate and usually comes and goes quickly. Its effects can last from minutes to weeks. Acute stress is not very harmful if it doesn't happen too often. Unlike acute stress, chronic stress is long-term. It is caused by prolonged stressful situations. The body's response depends on its severity and duration. In people with high levels of chronic stress, the stress response lasts longer. And this can impact the cardiovascular, nervous, and immune systems. Cardiovascular disease can result from high blood pressure, arrhythmia, and can cause problems with blood clotting. This is another result of stress, the cardiovascular disease, hardening of the arteries, and coronary artery disease. along with heart attack. And heart failure. Frequently, people will have a heart attack after being very angry or excited about something. Muscle pain, as a symptom of stress, is experienced as neck, shoulder, and back pain, lower back pain, rheumatoid arthritis can result. Gastrointestinal problems can arise from stress, problems with reproductive organs, and asthma, along with the creation of a vulnerable immune system. You may have noticed that when you're under increased stress, you come down with colds and sore throats. This opens the body to many minor and serious diseases. That concludes our discussion on the effects of stress. Thank you for attending, and I look forward to seeing you in the live lessons. Have a great day.